Welcome to Manafest Dread MTG.
I'm Bo.
And I'm Drew.
If you enjoy what we're doing, come support us on Patreon or here on YouTube. Get access to our exclusive Discord where you can participate in our monthly leagues and our upcoming Open Series. Help us grow the DC community together. Welcome, dear viewer. It's Bo and Drew here. It's been a little while. We've been on a little vacation, a little break, a little peace of mind, a little us time. We're back though. So having said that, we're going to talk about Lorwyn Eclipsed and what we think will have an impact on the format and where we see things kind of falling in favor. We'll start with our honorable mentions. Drew, take us away. What's your first honorable mention?
All right. So one of the big ones was the enchantment Grave Veneration. So 3 and a black, 4 mana total for an enchantment that when it enters, you become the monarch. You get to raise dead something when it enters, and then it also turns into, your Blood Artist effect. Honestly, this card's doing a lot. It is mono black. Like, it might be able to find its way into Slimefoot and Squee. Get to do a lot of things.
An Aristocrats deck as well.
Aristocrats, it's really great. Like, this card has a lot of
it's just got a lot of text. Yeah, and it's very hard to interact with permanent being an enchantment. I like it. Didn't make our top 10, but I do think we will see Grave Venerations appear in our format. For our next honorable mention, we've got Requiting Hex. And to me, this plays in the tertiary spot of where do we think, so many decks play Fatal Push, and then you'll see a lot of decks play Cut Down, and then sometimes you even want a little bit more ways to be able to destroy something. So I think that 1 mana instant destroy target creature with CMC 2 or less, pretty strong. And then if you use the Blight ability on it, you gain 2 life. That's not nothing. So to me, I think this will see play. I don't think it's nearly as powerful as Cut Down or Fatal Push, but obviously I think it's like the tertiary option.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of high hopes for this card. I think it is in that same vein as Cut Down, where some people are going to play it and find success with it, and some people are going to play it and be just like, this card sucks.
Yes. All right. This next one, you were, I don't want to say high on, but I think there's a place for this card, and that's Scuzzback Scrounger. So why don't you break down what Scuzzback Scrounger is for us?
Yeah, I saw this card and thought it was interesting. I mean, it's a 2 mana 3/2, so aggressive in your red decks and whatnot, but you get a Blight 1 something on your turn to be able to create a treasure token. I thought this card was interesting. I don't have a particular home in mind, but it just kind of feels that you might be able to just jam this in a number of red decks to be able to help with ramping and get some of your bigger threats and stuff out. If you're looking at maybe some of your Deadpool decks.
I think Magda, just because of the whole treasure aspect.
Magda would also be great.
Yeah.
If Blight 1 isn't that much of a cost, you can put it on that creature. If you've got a Party Thrasher laying around.
When have you ever seen a Party Thrasher attack or convoke something? The answer to me is never. Card's amazing, rare. But I've never seen it do either of those things.
He's just got a big butt at 4, so it's just like you'll gladly throw these things on. So I think this card is interesting. Not 100% on where that home is, though.
Reasonable. Another honorable mention for both of us was Impolite Entrance, Sorcery. Target creature gains trample and haste until end of turn, draw a card. So it's already doing 2 things that aggressive decks want, trample and haste, and it's replacing itself. To me, as you called out, this goes right in 2099.
Yeah, I think this one just is a cute 2099 card. It's this card's not exciting, but
right.
It's probably it probably has a spot. You get 2099 out, you get to give it haste, you give the double striker trample, you draw a card, sure, woo.
Yeah, no, it does its thing. And then last but not least on our honorable mention is Mutable Explorer. 2 colorless green, creature shapeshifter changeling. When this creature enters, create a tapped mutable token. I think it's sweet.
The card, thematically, this card is awesome. Practically, I mean, I just want this for Toph.
And Toph has been popping off recently. It's been showing up.
It's been showing up. I wouldn't say popping off, but
one man's popping off is another man's showing up.
It's definitely got legs. So I'm really happy about that. Not saying I did it, but it's such a fun deck.
Yes.
So
Decks and Menace, it's like, how do you deal with these things permanently and all these delayed triggers? All right, kicking off our top 10, we actually have them ranked. So number 10 is a very specific use case, but I think it is one that we'll see play within that shell a lot. Like this will become a very popular target.
Yeah, and I don't want to... our top 10 is...
Listen, if you listen to our other previous call-outs, you'll know that Drew and I are right over the target on the pulse of what we think is going to happen.
Yeah,
you know?
This set was interesting to
waiting
assess.
for Brandon's comment to be like, I can't believe you missed this one.
And
Idiots.
We will miss something, and it's not like these are all of the best things. We're just kind of putting these in like we think we will see
in terms of like total like
the likelihood of seeing these cards.
Yes, exactly. Like how often is it gonna? How often when you play 5 rounds of this format are you going to see this card? Is my take on it. So number 10 is Curious Colossus, 5 colorless, white, creature giant warrior. When this creature enters each creature's target opponent control, loses all abilities, becomes a coward in addition to other types, and has base power and toughness 1/1. This just screams getting reanimated and blinked by how not to, and just having the 7/7 beater that just closes it out.
Yeah, obviously there are better reanimation targets, but being able to shut off some of your opponent's stuff.
Yeah.
If it's like a Lady Octopus or Cool Spider-Man 2099 or anything along those lines, and with Aminatu's ability to be able to blink it and just abuse the ETB trigger.
Yeah.
Anytime that your opponent plays something to try to restabilize, you could just turn it off.
So that is our number 10, Curious Colossus. Coming in hot at number 9 is Kinscare Sentry, 1 colorless white, Kithkin Soldier, first strike lifelink. Whenever this creature attacks, you may put a creature with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking, where X is the number of attacking creatures you control. It's a 2/2. To me, this screams Yoshi. Yes, I know it's not legendary, but Yoshi's curve stops at 3, unless it's Embercleave, which we all know isn't 3. So I see it there. I could also see it in the cloud, small build, like small cloud, not big cloud, not the winning list from Relic Fest, like the smaller version that just, and both lists have continued to do very well.
Correct.
Within the meta. Although I love that Thalia is also up there in representation. It's like, oh, there's room for both of these. It's not one or the other. So I think that's cool. Having said that, that's where I place this card. What about you?
I'm having so much trouble assessing this card because they've done a number of these things before, and I think this is much more of a callback to Preeminent Captain.
Right.
But this feels like a way that you might be able to cheat out on some of your mana, which sometimes the white decks can
the aggressive white decks struggle with. Yeah. I feel like we'll also see play in Amalia, because like all the decks, like whether it's Cloud or Amalia, and I wouldn't say Cecil, like this to me doesn't feel like a Cecil target, but like they are all so mana hungry for being so low to the ground. Like, you know what I mean? It's just often single spell, double spell, triple spell, double spell, double spell. It's like this to me helps alleviate some of that. So I think we will see this card pop up in the format.
Do you play this in Cecil?
I don't think you play this in Cecil. Like Cecil already has like enough of what it's trying to do.
That's fair.
All right, moving right along. Number 8. I'll let you take this one.
We got Lorwyn, Imperfect Naturalist. So your Golgari hybrid, 2 of them, where I 1/3, and then when it enters, you mill 4 cards, and you get to put a creature from the yard. Among a creature or land from among the milled cards on top of your deck. And then you get to do kind of a cool Worm Harvest thing by paying a bunch of mana, discarding a land. So it's a callback to Worm Harvest and retracing it. Making a bunch of worms equals the number of lands in your graveyard.
I think it sees play potentially in Grist is where my take on it. I could also see this being like an interesting choice for a commander. You know what I mean? Like there's some real graveyard synergies here. There's some shenanigans that could be had. So that's my take on Lorwyn.
Yeah, if you could find a bit of, your land graveyard synergy or something there. I don't know. It's another one of those cards that could be just kind of cool and fun to have. For sure.
a pet card maybe, but I do think we'll see it. I just don't know the frequency in which we'll see it.
Or where. Like putting yourself back a brand new draw by putting something in the graveyard. You have to have something in the graveyard to be able to put back. Like,
right.
There's a lot of things. The card needs a lot of help.
Yeah, it needs some build around for sure. All right, next up, number 7, Bitter Bloom Bearer. So this is Bitter Blossom on a stick. It's black, creature, fairy rogue, flash flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create a 1/1 blue-black fairy creature token with flying 1/1. This to me screams Cecil. That's where I first see it, first and foremost.
Of course.
But, the fact that it's flash, the double black isn't easy, but like it's not impossible either. You know what I mean? I like this card a lot.
If you played Bitter Blossom or like no Bitter Blossom, of course you like the card.
Right.
Is whether or not it's good. It being a creature might be more of a setback for it just because it means it's very interactable to be able to shut off the engine. The flash helps a lot, though.
The flash helps out a ton. So I put this as our number 7. And then keeping up with our theme of fairies, coming in at number 6, Glenelendra Guardian. This is 2 colorless blue creature, fairy wizard, flash flying. This creature enters with a -1/-1 counter on it. Remove a counter from this creature. Counter target non-creature spell its controller draws card. This just screams Malcolm. This screams just any blue-based mid-range kind of control shell. Yeah. I just play on your turn and only your turn kind of dealy.
Everyone's favorite.
I think it'll see play in and plus it's a 2/3 beater that evolves into a 3/4 beater. Like that's a very, very good clock.
And I think the curve for it ends up being kind of nice. You flash it out on 3, and then when you untap on 4, it allows you to play a 2-drop and then also hold up and negate.
Yep.
Your opponent gets to draw a card, which sucks, but at the same time, as we've seen with Airtie and stuff, probably won't matter.
Yeah, it really boils down to the card quality of your opponent, right? So like if it's against Cloud, you're like, oh no, you just drew another Doom Traveler.
Yeah, right.
Like if you're countering their
you obviously don't want to give your opponent
their
cards, but it'll come up. They'll draw something good sometimes, but for the most part, the trade-off is going to be worth it.
Yeah, and to your point too, like you were saying, a 3/4 beater.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
And flying is super relevant in this format for whatever reason.
Yes. I think coming in at number 5 is our other potential breakout commander from this overarching set, the Reaper King No More. Hybrid 2 black, hybrid 2 red, hybrid 2 green, legendary artifact creature Scarecrow. When the Reaper enters, put a -1/-1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Whenever a creature an opponent controls with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, you may put that card onto the battlefield under your control. Do this only once each turn. 3/3.
Yeah, so Tyrant was actually the one that pointed this card out to me in our Discord, and I don't know if it's its own deck, because the -1/-1 synergies would require a lot of workarounds.
There's some build around for sure.
Yeah, it would require a lot of steps. Would be sweet to see, but I don't have high hopes for that. But this might end up just getting included in various Jund decks. If you're looking at Slimefoot and Squee, I know Tyrant's a big Slimefoot and Squee player, and so he was interested in testing this out. Being able to kill something and then just reanimate it is probably pretty good.
Yeah, well, it just has to have the counter on it, right? So it's like if you have the counter on it and then you bolt it and it had again it's 4, you get to bring it back.
It's extra steps because you do have to figure out a way to kill it depending on what it is.
Right.
So if you want to reanimate their Pyroglyph, you've got to figure out a way to dismember, fatal push it.
Sure.
But you can't Reckwooting hex it.
No.
You have to do some extra steps to be able to get it. But then you get the body. It's a cool card.
I think the fact that it's obviously an artifact and a creature as well, just bump that glyph count up.
Oh, yeah.
But I also like the fact that in Slimefoot and Squee, you can just reanimate it again and again and again. I think, to me, if you get this thing, if this comes down once, you're like, didn't really like that. If it comes down again, you're just like, shit. So I think this will see some play. I think if you want it to be your commander, there's obviously got to be more build around to it. Having said that, I also think just as a standalone in the 99, it will have a place.
Yeah, it being 3 colors makes it a little harder to find a home, but
yeah. Okay, number 4, Number 4 is Unwelcome Sprite. 1 colorless blue, fairy rogue, flying. Whenever you cast a spell during your opponent's turn, surveil 2, 2/1 body.
This card's so cool.
Yeah.
I thought that this card was actually going to be really good. Like, obviously, and include in any of your blue-based, I'm going to cast stuff on your turn.
Yeah.
Your Malcolm, Sertais, probably, maybe Kefka.
Maybe.
I mean, the power of just surveilling 2.
It's so powerful.
For just casting any spell on your opponent's turn it seems so silly to me.
Yeah. And it flies.
Yeah.
Again. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't need a lot of text to be good, but I think that this card is definitely playable.
Yes. All right. Now we're on to our World Championship card at number 3. Formidable Speaker. 2 colorless green. Elf Druid. When this creature enters, you may discard a card. If you do, search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. 1 tap, untap another target permanent. It's a 2/4 body. Wow.
You know, I thought this was like Survival of the Fittest, where you had to discard a creature card. I did not realize it was discard any card.
Yes, any card.
To be able to get a one-time survival. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah. And the fact that you can untap another permanent, it doesn't like, I think this will see, well, obviously we don't have Cradle in this format, but there are a lot of things that can...
Cradle imitators?
Yeah, exactly.
We got a new one in this set too.
Yeah, we did. So I think this card will see a lot of play.
It's just a good green card.
It's just
like,
yeah,
you just discard any card in your hand, you get a tutor up any creature.
It's just green text soup card.
Yeah, like the untap, you're probably not going to use it, but occasionally it'll come up. I mean, I played against a Selvala deck at our last DMDC, and yeah, it would make sense in that deck.
Yep.
Like, you could just throw this in any green deck.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just good.
It's just good. Just generically
you'll find a creature to tutor probably.
Yeah. What do I need in this particular instance?
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. Moving right along to our number 2, and this is 5 cards in 1. This is 5 cards in a trench coat. This is all the Evoke Elementals. So you've got Catharsis, Deceit, Emptiness, Vibrance, and Wistfulness. And to me, the least powerful amongst them is Catharsis. So if you're not familiar, they all are 5 mana CMC or more. So in Catharsis' case, it's 4 Boros. It's an elemental incarnation. And then if you pay white, you create 2 1/1 green-white Kiflin creatures. If you pay red, creatures you control get +1 and gain haste until the end of turn, and then you can evoke it for Boros. It's a 3/4. To me, that's the least powerful amongst them.
Yeah, if this format had like a good go wide aggro token strategy, it would be really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I was talking with somebody at our weeklies about that not too long ago, that it doesn't feel like we have one of those styles of decks.
Yes. Next up is Wistfulness, and that is 3 Simic, 6/5. If you paid green, exile target artifact or enchantment and opponent controls. If you played blue, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Again,
I think this one's better than Deceit, but that's just me.
All right, we'll leave that. We'll put a pin in that one. I think it's good. I think you'll see play in like Mississippi River and like the original, like anything that's like cascading. Obviously, you don't get the benefit if you don't hard cast it or evoke it and pay mana for it. But still, a 6/5 beater is not nothing.
Yeah, let's just start off by being thankful that, you know, you actually have to pay mana to be able to
What a novel concept.
to be able to get these ETB effects instead of just cheating on it. So these cards altogether get worse if you're trying to blink it or reanimate it. But if you're looking at it for the sake of, here's a one-time effect on 2 or 3 or early game, and then you just might be able to have some big dumb idiot later on in the game that gives additional benefits. It's sweet. It's good early, it's good late.
Good.
Except this one.
All right. Next up is Deceit, 4 colorless Dimir. When it enters, if you paid blue, you can return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, including you. If you paid black, target opponent reveals that their hand, you choose a non-land card from it, they discard that card. It's a 5/5. I think this is more powerful than Wistfulness, but teach their own.
Yeah, I mean, powerful versus versatile. Like, I mean, the Thoughtseize effect. Whatever.
Fair enough. Next up, I would say is Emptiness, which is 4 Orzhov. Pay white. Return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your battlefield. If you paid black, put 3 -1/-1 counters on 1 target creature.
Good removal spell. Good reanimate the little ability and whatnot. If you get to do the full cast, you get to kill something, you get to bring something back. Like, I think that is best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I think this one is definitely good.
Yeah. And then number 1 is Vibrance, which is 3 colorless Gruul. When this creature enters, if red was paid, this creature deals 3 damage to any target. That's refreshing. And if green was paid, search your library for a land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. You gain 2 life.
It's a tough card.
Yeah, it's good. That's why I have it at number 1. I just think that, like,
I think it's Vibrance and Emptiness for sure that are kind of back and forth. I think Vibrance just might be because I want to play it in tough. It's an expensive bolt, if anything, but the fact that the green gets to search for any land is super relevant.
Very, very relevant.
I just wish there was some way we could abuse the fact that you are evoking these and then they're dying. Like, yeah, if you've got a Blood Artist type of effect, but man.
And then number 1, again, not happy that this is number 1, but
no, I'm so upset that this is like the card that we will see the most in Duel Commander, probably.
Hexing Squelcher, 1 colorless red, Goblin Sorcerer, 2/2. This spell can't be countered. Ward, pay 2 life. Spells you control can't be countered, and other creatures you control have ward, pay 2 life.
This card is so overrated, but like, it's an obvious. All of the decks that have been playing Spider-Punk, this is just a better Spider-Punk. You're going to most likely replace. I don't think you play, unless you're mono red, play this and Spider-Punk.
I think you replace Spider-Punk with this.
Yeah, like most of the other decks, like Slimefoot and Squee, were playing the Baloth and Spider-Punk. Like, I think you can just replace Spider-Punk with this.
Yep.
If anything, I still stand by the fact that I think the most relevant text on this card is other creatures you control have ward too.
Yeah.
That's so obnoxious. It's so stupid. You want to deal with their more threatening threat, but then you also have to deal with this so that way you can get rid of the ward and whatnot.
Yeah.
But this card is just so overhyped.
I feel it is overhyped, but at the same point in time, it will obviously see play.
But that's what sucks.
Well, there you have it. There are our top 10 and honorable mentions for Lorwyn Eclipsed.
There were a number of other things that...
Yeah, there were some other things.
We were going back and forth on, and there were a number of cards that I thought were interesting.
And I'm sure there's something we'll miss in 3 months. Be like, oh, wow.
Yeah, just let us know either what we missed or what you think we missed now versus what we missed, in a month, 2 months.
3 days. And let us know what you're excited about Lorwyn Eclipsed in the comments for Duel Commander. So I'm Bo.
I'm Drew.
And we are Manafest Red, and we're happy to be back.
Hello.